Today we're going to talk about how to describe a line plot with mixed denominators. So we created this line plot based on our table in the previous video. And just real quick to review, this monthly rainfall in inches, this is our title of our line plot. This label down here talks about how much rainfall occurred in inches. So that's what these numbers mean. They are talking about the amount of rainfall. You notice our line plot went from 0 to 2. And then we have our data that's graphed, and these are the months. So since we have 12 months, we should have 12 X's, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's remember, and I'm just gonna put a little note here, that an X equals a month. So let's talk a little bit about this line plot and what the X's tell us. So the most common amount of rainfall in inches is 1 1/8. So what I'm doing with that is I'm looking to see which column is the highest or has the most number of X's. And you can see that I have 3 X's in this column, which means that 3 months had a rainfall of 1 1/8 inches. And if we look back at our table, we can check to see if that's accurate. So we can see that it was February, we can see that it was September, and then also remember we had our mixed or our improper fractions, and so we also have October. So February, October, and September would be the months that had 1 1/8 of an inch of rainfall, and that had the most, or is the most common. The smallest amount of rainfall is going to be 3/4 of an inch or 6/8 of an inch. In other words, we didn't have a quantity on our line plot that fell below this amount. And the same is true with the greatest. So think in your mind now, what would be the greatest amount? That's right. 1 1/2 inch. All right, now let's look at our X's. Again, how many months had 1 inch of rainfall? So we're going to go to 1 inch, and we're going to see how many months or how many X's we have above that number. 1, 2. So 2 months had 1 inch of rainfall. And if we want to know what those are, we go back to our table and we can see that April and August both had 1 inch of rainfall. So I'm going to give you some time to think about what is something else you notice about the line plot. Hit pause, take a few minutes and think about it, and enjoy describing your line plot.